Music is a universal language. There's just something about a regular arrangement of sounds that really appeals to the human brain. Be it Lingala, rock, or even EDM. Music connects us all and has the ability to bring us together. My journey in music started when I was 6 years old and I got my first guitar. I soon started lessons and I couldn't wait to become the next Eric Clapton or John Mayer, even though I didn't really know who those were at age 6. But with all that hype, with all that readiness to become great, I had one slightly gigantic problem. I couldn't read music. Well, sheet music to be exact. As much as my teacher tried and tried to get me to be able to look at notes, process them and play them with my fingers, it was incomprehensible to me. All my friends who were able to read music, on the other hand, were, by that virtue, able to play in school ensembles and mini concerts, while I was stuck, not able to read. Fun fact, I have never even done grade 1 of guitar. Luckily for me, I had a teacher who didn't give up on me. Perhaps he saw something different in me, or perhaps he just felt bad for a kid who couldn't read music. Either way, we figured out that I learned best by seeing or hearing someone else play. So I'd either watch him play or just learn straight from YouTube. Can you see what chord this is? So while I couldn't identify an A minor chord on paper, I don't know what that is. What's this? I could very easily see it, like see someone playing it or even hear it, and hence my skills progressed. I learned different chord progressions, finger picking patterns, arpeggios, pull-offs, and different genres of songs ranging from Lingala to classical to rock music. Things were pretty good. The first time I performed in front of a large crowd was in grade 7 with my friends Patrick and Lenny. 13-year-old me was nervous as ever, but we killed our rendition of Eye of the Tiger and even got a standing ovation. Not bad for a 13-year-old kid who can't read music, huh? From then on, I played at a bunch of different ceremonies such as like graduation ceremonies, prize giving days, talent shows, and I had a ton of fun while I did it, and also got the opportunity to meet other very talented instrumentalists and singers. Now everyone that I interacted with, including the teachers and the people that I performed with, couldn't figure out how I was able to play without being able to understand sheet music. And even when they asked me, I'd smile because I couldn't explain it myself. I remember this one time, I think in like grade 8 or something, we had to perform a song and I decided to perform Let Her Go by Passenger. Now, I knew this song inside out, but one of the criteria for the task was to show your proficiency in reading sheet music and understanding it. And the sheet music was quite heavy. I mean, look at all of those lines and all of these lines and squiggly things and like, and this is just the intro. Anyway, for that performance, I just put up this sheet music there and pretended to look at it, just glance at it every so often, but to be honest, I had no idea what was on it. I just played what I knew how to play. In essence, I developed a way of playing that I understood. While I understood most of the music terminology, I just couldn't understand the written work. Still, my fingers knew exactly where to be and when to be there to make the guitar make the right kind of sounds, and that allowed me to play guitar at a pretty decent level. And when I learned how to improvise, I began to see the fretboard as a maze with deadly traps and very, very narrow paths. If you stuck to the narrow path, you'd be able to get to a very, very nice destination or find the treasure. But if you happened to step on one of those traps, it was game over.
No.
Sticking to those paths was all well and good, but if you wanted to make excellent music, you'd have to take a lot more risks. You'd have to jump from path to path to... And the likelihood of stepping on a trap while trying to make excellent music, very high. And after falling into these traps many a time, and sometimes even when I was performing, I was able to get an adequate understanding of the art of improvising. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, I stopped doing music and replaced the guitar with a camera. But every so often I dust off my guitar, plug it into the amp and let loose. And luckily for you, today is one of those days. I'm going to be covering one of my favorite songs. Before I start though, I'll ask that you like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think about this video, and Cake Time, not yet out. Let's go.